curious, the first time you play a dual role in a film, what does it feel to still have first at 81 years old?
Feels okay.
Yeah. Dual roles have become popular, Kinds of Kindness, Mickey 17. Will we ever see the same actor nominated for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor in the future for the same film?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't think you never look. You never know. We never know what. I'm kidding. I don't think it's possible. No, I don't.
Mr. Winkler, you have been producing some De Niro's films since the gang that couldn't shoot straight in 1971. That's 54 years old. What's it like working with him? Has he changed over the years?
Well, you know what? When we started in 1971, I had a movie that we were in pre-production called The Gang That Couldn't Shoot Straight. And we had engaged Al Pacino to star in that movie. And he quit the movie to do The Godfather. Pacino did, as we know. And we had this young actor by the name of Robert De Niro who had done two small movies. One was called, I think, Hi Mom, and the other was Greetings. Right? Directed by Brian Bowman. And I saw the two movies, and I thought it was really extraordinary. So we engaged this young man, De Niro, to do the starring role. And he came to me. He made a couple of $100 a week, not a lot of money. And he came to me and he said, you know, the character I'm playing comes from a small town in Italy. And I think it would be a good idea that I go to that town and see what it's like, what the atmosphere is, what the people are there. And I never heard an actor say that to me. I had done quite a few movies even before that. And I said, I don't have the money in the budget to send you to Italy. And he said, no, it's okay. At least that's what it sounded like. And he said, I'll go on, I'll pay my own way. And sure enough, he came back a week later or so, and he had all the costumes he had bought in the town, all the hand props and all that. And I said, this guy is really special to do all this research for this young actor. And then we did New York, where he became a proficient saxophone player. Then we did Raging Bull, where he became really a boxer. Then I saw a little movie he made called Bang the Drum Slowly. I don't know if you ever saw the movie, where he played a baseball catcher. And I saw all this stuff, and then he played a priest in a film directed by Ulla Grossbard with Robert Duvall as his brother, called True Confessions. So I could see this. We go from Raging Bull to a priest in True Confessions. And it just, if you see this film, it's really a brilliantly done film. Anyhow, so we go through all these years of seeing, so I have such faith in him, and whatever he wants to do is usually perfect.
You have been making mafia movies for decades. How do you see the evolution of the genre? Where do you think it stands now? Do you think it can connect with the new generations that's the same way it did before?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the main thing to me is the process of making the movie. The exhibition of it now is so questionable, whether it's going to be in the theaters for 3 weeks or 3 days, whether it's going on a streaming platform right away, that we have very little to say about and very little control. I think there were a lot of elements. The pandemic really caused a lot of adults to stay at home and watch it on streaming and not go to movie theaters. So I don't know. I did read that the French movie people going to movies has increased a lot in France. In America, it's still very questionable. We don't have a big audience for adults in movie theaters yet. We haven't gotten over the pandemic. So to me, the success of the movie does not rest in whether people go to the 6 o'clock show on Saturday night. It rests in the quality of what we do.